When you're ready to ride Metro, we want you to know we're ready for you. Here are just a few of the people at Metro to tell you how we're doing our part to keep riders safe.
We're cleaning like never before with hospital-grade cleaning.
You'll find hand sanitizer stations all over the Metro.
No mask, no Metro. Need one? We have a few extras.
At Metro, we're doing our part to keep the D.C. area moving. Find out more at WMATA.com/doingourpart.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1898. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I like to spend some time daily talking with you about some aspect of job search because I believe it doesn't have to be as hard, difficult, painful, or take as long as it does, even during COVID. I'll just simply say there's a different skill set for finding a job than doing a job. And having done this show now for 9.5 years, I started in November 2010, and tomorrow, episode 1900 is going to be released. I'm going to release 2 shows tomorrow because I didn't want 1900 to come out on Saturday. So there'll be 1899 and 1900 out tomorrow. And today's show is one about one of those stupid job search mistakes that people make way too often. And I know it because I saw some of the imbeciles who were selling to candidates, and people believe them. It's unreal. Hope you find this show helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And in the meantime, let's get going. I know recruiters and agencies are not popular with a lot of job hunters. They see them as liars and cheats and a whole bunch of other negative things. And as I was talking with someone yesterday, I reminded them that recruiters don't work for you. They work for an employer. They're not paid to find you a job. They are paid to fill a job. And when you work with a veteran recruiter, someone who's been in the business for a long period of time, they will provide you with a lot of access to organizations or the potential to provide you with a lot of access to organizations in your market area. Rookie recruiters, junior people deliver a lot of energy. Often their advice is not substantive. It tends to be the kind of fluff. I've got this great job with a terrific organization. You really got to talk to them. Kind of advice that basically comes from ignorance and just try to sell with energy. And I also want to say very clearly, because most of the time when I talk about recruiters, as I will later on, recruiters and good ones are worth the money that they're paid by institutions to find people. And you should work with them if you can. But it's also important to understand the BS and not lower your guard, to always verify and substantiate what you're told so that in this way you're not blindsided once you're on board, during an interview, in other places. You see, recruiters, whether experienced or junior, think they know, but they haven't worked at these firms. They're parroting back information that they're told by the institution, by the hiring manager, by HR, a whole bunch of other people that help them feel as though they're connected to the firm, but they don't really know. But what a recruiter can do is offer you access. A good recruiter, an experienced person, has access to organizations in a job market that can give you entree to firms more easily than you might be on your own. Now, statistics show that recruiters are filling somewhere in the area of 22% of all positions. Job boards fill 6%. But some recruiters use job boards, so I'm just going to combine them, round it up, and say 30% of jobs are filled by recruiters and job boards. Networking fills 70%. But many job hunters think that recruiters are able to do more than they can, and thus give up on the networking because it's hard, it's unpleasant, they don't know what to do exactly, and you're missing out on an enormous opportunity if you just slash away networking and just go right to the search firms. So again, I'm not criticizing recruiters. I'm just simply saying part of what they do is persuade / seduce you into lowering your guard so that you trust them. They say plausible things to you. Many of them are really nice people, and they present themselves that way. Many of them are capable. And then there are the others, and you don't really know the difference. It's not enough to say, oh, this person's been in the field for 30 years. They know a bunch of stuff. Well, they do, and that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to help you. They have the potential to be a time saver, but they're not necessarily your guarantee to finding the best job in your market area. So just understand, recruiters are there to close deals, fill a position, have you work there for some period of time that they've guaranteed the employer, and then get paid. They are not your friend. They can be an ally at different times in your career, and you always have to verify. As a former U.S. president said, trust but verify. You always have to substantiate some of the things that you're told in order to ensure that, well, frankly, that you're stepping into a situation with good knowledge, not BS. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do these days that make it easier to get a feel for a recruiter. One thing is, if you ask them how long they've been in the field, well, you have a way of testing it. You can go to LinkedIn and see what they indicate there. I remember, I worked with someone for many years who would talk about having 20 years of experience, and she had 2. And this was in the pre-dynamic of the LinkedIn abilities. Again, I was an early LinkedIn member, but a lot of recruiters weren't, and they would just lie. It's really that simple. They would claim to have more experience that they had. So, again, I'm not telling you not to use recruiters. The thing I'm going to tell you is not to overemphasize them. Use your own devices. Always trust, but verify. And the verification allows you to really trust the recruiter or the hiring manager for that matter. And I'll just simply say, remember, hiring managers never tell a job hunter, I've got problems. My predecessor got fired. Her predecessor was fired. It doesn't take a genius to figure out my butt is on the line. I need to hire someone to save it from getting fired too. I've never heard of an employer saying that. Instead, they all have these happy smile button faces and tell you what a great organization that they have. They're doing challenging work. Have I mentioned that we're kind of like family around here? There's just a lot of opportunities for advancement. Yeah, right. Like the last person who was in that chair that you're going to be sitting in wasn't told the same thing. And they suddenly went, it doesn't seem like I was told the truth. And matter of fact, I've been in this job now for 3 years. The raises are small. I hate it. You're stepping into a role and you're being sold by a hiring manager. You're being sold by a recruiter. Everyone has their interests at heart. They don't have your interests at heart. That's your responsibility. Always trust, but verify. Look for people who are former employees who might have worked in that group to see what they tell you. But with regard to recruiters, a great one will make it easier. A bad one will make it, shall we say, they're going to lie to you to try and get you to take a job that you may not be interested in. And your job, not theirs, not the firm, your job is to always look out for your interests. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. If you'd like my help with your job search as a coach, not as a recruiter, I did recruiting for many years. I now do career coaching where I help people transition to new roles and make the process as smooth as possible as your ally. I'm not being paid by an employer to deliver someone. So, if you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected, mention that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up a time for a free discovery call. Also want to mention that if you have a couple of questions about job hunting, the easiest way to ask them is through an app called Magnify. That's MAGNIFI. That's an iOS-only app. We can have a video conversation, or you can call me through PrestoExperts.com, where I'm a job search and career coaching expert. Hope you have a great day. Take care. That's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Go to the blog. There's a lot there to help you with your job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading, and workplace-related issues. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call or schedule yourself in for coaching. Obviously, I'm going to charge for that, but I can help you with interview preparation, leadership coaching, salary negotiation advice, making a good decision between different offers, anything related to improving yourself in the workplace, I can coach you about. If you have questions for me, you can schedule 15 minutes with me at thebiggamehunter.us/live, or a less expensive way is at thebiggamehunter.us/video answers, where you leave a message for me and I'll respond with a 3 to 5 minute video. Connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. I can assure you your network will expand a lot by connecting with me. And finally, watch me on TV. Download the JobSearch TV app for Fire TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, like 90 different manufacturers. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day. Be great!
Haverty's Furniture is here to help you get set for the season with up to $1,000 off. So you can set the stage with style and set the bar more beautifully. So why not settle in together on a new sofa? Because being at home doesn't mean having to settle for less. Even though the holidays feel a little different this year, Haverty's Furniture can help you create the perfect holiday setting with up to $1,000 off plus 0% interest.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get thanks grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get thanks grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.